It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, October 7th, 2016. Got and good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, October 7th, 2016. Here I get news and odds. Top story at 7:40 in the morning time on this Friday morning is Jacksonville, Florida, where Pacquiao winds 120 miles an hour. Hurricane Matthew last quarter's coast Friday after massive evacuations and state emergency preparations that the strongest storm system hit the United States in a decade. Brussels, Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in fighting for his efforts to end a half-century of civil conflict in his nation, despite Colombian voters' shock rejection of the peace deal just days ago. If Donald Trump is elected president, Republicans hold on in Congress. House Speaker Paul Ryan has bluntly promised to ram a partisan agenda fight Capitol next year with Obamacare repeal and $1 trillion tax cuts not at the top of the list. Dress left the White House is taking an unusually strong position against the drills and announcement that the plans to build 98,000 units to the occupied West Bank. Manila, the Philippine defense chief, said Friday that he had suspended participation in the joint patrols of the United States and disputed South China Sea, the first Skype sound of the crackling military last fall that elected the president, Durante. This was after the debate tuned up that jury Republicans were hoping for only days before Donald Trump last face so Clinton at a town hall style presidential debate GOP nominee as a just such an event in New Hampshire. The UK Independence Party is promised a full inquiry into altercation involvement of one of the European lawmakers that left the Muslim threw the party into chaos. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. A piece of aircraft wing found in the Indian Ocean out of the boaters that had been found at belonged to this in Malaysia last night. 370 Malaysian Australian officials said Friday. Satellite images show activity at North Korea's nuclear test site, according to the report. It's on investors this week that when it comes to quitting the European Union, safeguarding the economy is that the Prime Minister Theresa May's top priority. Washington, police in the United States murdered a communities about flashpoints since the deaths of Michael Brown, Missouri, Tom, Russell Howard, Santa Barbara, Texas, and others. You speak English when you are, yes. Sebastian Cheng, Mongol Summer School's classroom for the first time as brand new teacher. Student agreed with his question. As 75 students all racist period for teachers of color. Ripley, West Virginia accused of sexual assault and non-buffalo baby is now charged with murdering a child's death. Oslo, Norway. Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos on the efforts that the country's civil war won the 2016 Nobel Peace Prize. Photo share Snapchat. Parent was working on an initial public offering that could have valued the company at $25 billion more than Wall Street Journal reported, cited some people familiar with the matter. U.S. jobs reported expected to show a solid gain for the September. Yanning the technology makers have partnered with the engine said on Thursday night would cut the overall size of pension liabilities about $1.77 billion in 2016. If you are looking at the International Monetary Fund, meetings in Washington this week have an idea where the UK's post-Brexit economy is headed. Looking at the stocks now. Down 12.53 points at 18,268.50. SP 500 up 1.04 at 2116.77 at Nasdaq. Down 9.17 at 5,306.85. Boston driver left the scene after striking a gun. The 8-year-old girl while speeding about the city streets faced his citizen. James Horton is scheduled to be sentenced Friday in the June 2015 death of Yenelis de Camacho. 45-year-old Horton pleaded guilty Thursday to the charge of manslaughter, leaving the scene at the collision causing death of driver and suspended license. Western Mass, Southbridge man were 40 to say murdered 7-year-old used a large piece of concrete in his bed, ordered jail without bail. We're married this. Woodbury, New Jersey, the full season of Gloucester County Environmental will be only offered only quadrivalent seasonal flu vaccine. This year's quadrivalent seasonal flu vaccine contains the following 4 viruses. Boston insurgent deaths and no government has been kept and expect the life of people away from organ transplants, strengthened tragedy, salvation, and others. When Dr. Matt Spencer began development of the way transplant moves into women and allowed them to give birth nearly 2 decades ago, the technique was largely dismissed as science fiction. With less than 5 weeks remaining until election day, Republicans are taking this public stand against the party's divisive nominee. Peter Chill News Hub, 7:45 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for spot support. Last night, the Boston Red Sox lost to the Cleveland Indians game with ALDS 5-4. Tonight, the Sox and the Indians go at it at 4:38 p.m. in Cleveland. Making personal moves based on what feds say usually isn't a good idea, but Chip Kelly might want to start the list of the 49 feds as they fall to the Cardinals 33-21. It was a decision some thought was crazy and others thought of it. Ingenuity. Terry Franco's fifth inning move to the All-Star. Andrew Mill won game 1 Indians, but also set up an intense rest of pitching, particularly in Cleveland. On to Texas, Sandy Dalton has an idea. Defensive coordinators are preferred. Dak Prescott becoming a Cincinnati veteran. Remembers being a rookie starter. Peter Chill News Hub is now 7:46 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Traffic and Transit Report. Baby! Let's see how I'm feeling MK with the subway system. It's looking good on the Fitchburg trade. 408 that's about the Fitchburg stop at 15:25 minutes late between due to a train traffic caused by early calculation. Fitchburg trade 466 for 3 a.m. about the spot of Fitchburg stop at 25:30 minutes behind schedule. And Able trade 206 making scheduled stops at Winchester, Wedgmere, and West Bedford. Now, company passengers have canceled trade 304. Lowell trade 304 is canceled. Trade 206 make scheduled stops at Winchester, Wedgmere, and West Bedford to accommodate passengers. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Highs and byways in New England on this Friday morning. 95 on the southbound side is back to the Bridgeport down at Greenwich. Mirror Parkway southbound side is back to the Bridgeport down at Stamford. A4. Westbound side is slow west of Route 8, and then hit Bridge a Newtown stretch. A4 eastbound side back up after Route 8 in Waterbury. A4 eastbound side back to the 32 New Britain all the way at the downtown Hartford. A4 westbound side also at downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side back to 21 to A4. 91 on the northbound side it is back to Milltown to IA4. 95 on the northbound side it is back to from West Haven to New Haven. 91 on the southbound side back to New Haven. 91 on the northbound side it is back to from 57 to 291 in Springfield. 298 eastbound side at Lowsor before Route 9 in Western Massachusetts. 290 eastbound side it is to Lowsor just about 485 in Barber. Route 2 eastbound side Lowsor to 190 in Leominster. 495 on the northbound side back to the Hopkins stretch just before the Bass Pike. Down and around 95 on the northbound side it is back to from 37 in Crescent all the way to downtown Providence. 95 southbound side back to the Pawtucket to downtown Providence. 15 on the 146 southbound side back to 15 Route 95. Route 60 eastbound side back to 128 Justin all the way out to Route 6 accurate Crescent. 146 on the northbound side it is back up after Route 99 in Lincoln and Socket. 195 westbound side back to Seacock to downtown Providence. Borden Bridges southbound side slow. Sagamore Bridge is looking good at Route 62 from Sagamore down in Orleans. 95 on the northbound side it is backed up just one. 128 in Kenton. 24 on the northbound side is backed up 139. Starting on we get to Route 128 in Kenton. 128 on the northbound side it is backed up Route 24 out in Kenton, and Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 18 and way before we get to the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side is backed up the split and around Route 24 at Randolph, and then they break to get around Route 109 in Westwood all the way at the Route 20 Waltham. 7 Express on the northbound side is backed up from Quincy on the Bass Pack. 93 on the northbound side, so at the downtown Boston. 7 Expressway is southbound side is floating on the Bass Pack all the way at the Braintree split. 93 on the northbound side is backed up from Boston all the way at the Somerville. 93 on the southbound side is backed up from Bedford all the way to Zakenbridge, Boston. Route 1 on the southbound side is backed up from Revere. Alright, Route 69 through Route 93 out in Charlestown. Mass Pack on the eastbound side it is backed up from Framingham all the way out to Newton, and then Mass Pack westbound side back from Logan Airport all the way out to South Boston. 128 on the northbound side is backed up from 95 all the way up to Route 114. 128 on the northbound side it's over the red search. 128 southbound side is backed up from 93 and Reddit all the way at Route 2 Leicester. Route 2 westbound side back to Leicester. Route 2 eastbound side is backed up from 68 Belmont all the way to Freshpond Parkway, Cambridge. 120 southbound side back to the Pike all the way up to Wellesley. Route 3 southbound side is backed up from Tingsboro down to Millwick, and it breaks again just about Route 120 Burlington. 93 to 95 looking good both ends from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 93 to the northbound side it's Lowell just before 293 Manchester. 93 southbound side Lowell at Derry, New Hampshire. But how is the Bowies a main and rep shot looking good? And 8991 and stop outside also after the Canadian border up in Vermont. Onward 55 at the stop outside Loso just before the U.S. border in Southern Quebec. And 87 stop outside Loso at Route 11 to Champlain after the Canadian border. And Interstate 87 to stop outside back to Silver Springs down to Albany. It's New York State 3. It's a little slow from 89 Schenectady down to Albany. Peter Chaldusab is at 7:50 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. 5 a.m. advisory on Matthews. Third location 20.2 to the north, 80.0 to the west. Best sustained with 120 miles per hour. Moving northwest at 13 miles an hour. Utilities are reported 41,444 people in Florida without power, and 2.5 in the Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and evacuation shows of 2.5 million. Safe for a mile per hour wind gusts collected. Bedford, Maine, Florida, 102 mile per hour wind gusts around Cape Canaveral. Stop search alerts from Florida and North Carolina coast and cast damage for Florida and South Georgia coast. Alright, next advisory. Dangerous hurricane Matthew moving to peril just offshore the east coast of Florida, western eyewall with hurricane force winds approaching Cape Canaveral. Hurricane Juan from Jamaica Island south to the Baltic Coast return has been placed to the top zone of Juan, and the top zone of Juan has been discontinued for south of Buckley, returning well as far Lake Okeechobee and the top zone of Washington effect discontinued for south of Anna Maria. Hurricane warning effect for northwest of Bahamas, including Amicus and Andros Islands and Berry Islands and Bimini, Ilford, Grand Bahama and the New Providence and Jupiter Inlet to the South Santee River. Top zone warning effect for Enclave River to Silvani River and north of South Santee River to Surf City and Boca River to Jupiter Inlet at 12 to the rock to the effect for Anna Maria to the Enclave River. Interest along the Florida Peninsula and the Carolinas should monitor the progress of Matthew. The hurricane warning for the northwest Bahamas will likely be discontinued later this morning. A hurricane warning means a hurricane conditions are expected somewhere in the warning area. Warning typically issues 36 hours before anticipated first occurrence of tornado force winds. Conditions that make outside preparation is difficult and dangerous, and preparation should protect life and probably should be rushed to completion. Tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere in the warning area within 36 hours. For observation specific to your area in the United States, including possible inland watches awarded, please monitor the products issued by a local disaster weather service forecast office. For storm information specific to your area outside the United States, please monitor products issued by the National Meteorological Service. At 5 a.m., the eye of Hurricane Matthew was located by Edway Doppler weather radar and Air Force Reserve Hurricane under aircraft near latitude 20.2 to the north, latitude 80.0 to the west. Matthew is moving toward the north-northwest near 30 miles an hour. It is jail motion is expected to continue today and turn toward the north is expected tonight and Sunday. On the forecast track, the center of Matthew will be moving on or near east coast of Florida Peninsula for tonight. And you're over there the coast of Georgia to South on Sunday. Max the same winds on near 120 miles per hour. Matthew is a Category 3 hurricane out of San Francisco hurricane. Wind scale Alba. Weakening the forecast during the next 4 hours. Matthew is expected to be a Category 3 hurricane as it moves near the coast of Florida today. Hurricane force winds set hours up to 6 miles from the center and drops of force winds exit hours of 185 miles. So during the past hour, a sustained wind of 49 miles against the same 4 miles will report Vero Beach, Florida. Sustained wind of 47 miles with gusts up to 69 miles will report in Melbourne, Florida at an NOAA buoy. 41,009 of Cape Canaveral recently reported a sustained wind of 65 miles with gusts up to 78 miles and the latest minimum central pressure reported by the Reconnaissance Aircraft was 938 millibars and 27.7 inches. When hurricane conditions should diminish over the ports of the northwest Bahamas this morning, hurricane conditions are expected to first reach the hurricane warning area in Florida during the next 7 hours. Will spread northward within the warning area for today. Tropical conditions will continue to spread northward in the warning area along the Florida east coast today. Hurricane conditions are expected to spread northward in the warning area in the Georgia and South Carolina tonight, with Saturday and the tropical conditions are expected later today. Winds increase rapidly the elevation of the tropical cyclone. Residents high-wise buildings should be aware that the winds at the top of that 30-story building will be on average at about 1 San Francisco category higher than the windows in your service. So, if you are in a 30-story building in a Category 3 hurricane, and the top it is a Category 4. Tropical conditions are expected in the tropical water area that the Carolinas tonight and Saturday. Storm surge. The combination of dangerous storm surge at the tide and large and disturbing waves will cause normally dry areas near the coast be flooded by reservoirs moving inland from the shoreline. The water could reach the falling heights above the ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. Sebastian Inlet, Florida, needs to beach, South Carolina, including portion of the St. Johns River, 711 feet. And needs to beach just South Santee River, South Carolina, some 46 feet. Jupiter Inlet to Sebastian Inlet, Florida, 46 feet. And South Santee River, South Carolina, Cape Fear, North Carolina, 2 to 4 feet. The deepest water will occur Along the immediate coast of the areas that are onshore with surgery-related flooding, depending on the relative time of the surge of the tidal cycle, will cause greatly over short distances of the large range during bar. Matthew will cause water rises to occur well to the west of the well away from the track center. For information, especially your please see products that's issued by a local National Weather Service forecast office, and weather levels of the northwest Bahamas should continue to subside during the day. There's an angel life threaded in the duration during the next 36 hours along the 40 coast of Georgia coast and the South Carolina coast from Jupiter Inlet, Florida to South Santee River. South Carolina, there's a possibility that life threaded in the duration the next 4 hours from North and South Santee River, South Carolina to Cape Fear, North Carolina. For identification areas of risk, please see prototype National Weather Service Storm Surge Watch Water Graphic for information specific to your area. Please product station by local National Service Forecast Office. Rainfall map is expected to produce additional rain accumulation 1 to 2 inches over the northwest Bahamas, with a maximum storm amount of 15 inches. Matthew is expected to produce rain accumulation 8 to 12 inches over the Atlantic coast of the United States from Central Florida to eastern North Carolina, with possible maximum amounts of 15 inches. This rainfall may result in flooding and flash flooding. An isolated tornado is possible along the east central Florida coast today. And swells J by Matthew will continue to affect portions of the north coast of Cuba and in the Bahamas during the next few days, and will spread north and along the east coast of Florida and the southeast coast, U.S. coast part of the weekend. The day swells are likely cause life-threatening surface river current conditions. Please consult products for your local weather office. Okay, latest satellite photo on Matthew. Satellite radar shows a lot of rain showers. This is Matthew's rain stretching from Charleston, South Carolina, all the way down around Daytona Beach. And this is the eye of Hurricane Matthew. Zoom you in the eye. It is off Merritt Island, Florida, and it's a lot of wind and rain. So hope Florida Indians stay safe and ride the storm out. Okay, latest 8 a.m. advisory on Matthews, Simpson wind scale, category 3. Max the same with 105 knots and 120 miles per hour. Minimum set pressure 944 millibars. And located at 28.9 to the north, 8.3 to the west. Movement northwest at 11 knots, 13 miles an hour. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Special weather statement. Patches of fog have developed overnight across southern New England, and some of those patches of visibility down to half a mile or less. While fog will have shown in spots and will burn off quickly after sunrise, motorists should use caution when driving. Use low beam headlights and reduce your speed. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, patch fog before today, was sets go about 67 degrees. Light available wind. Tonight, most coast come out 43 degrees. Calm wind for Saturday, slight chance of showers. After 3 p.m., patch sets go about 69 degrees. Copy becoming itself at 5 miles tonight after 15 to 20%. Sorry, at chance of shadow after 7 p.m. Patch fog before 9 p.m. was class down the west 34 degrees and not south wind. Chest patches 40%. New spots less than 7 days possible for Sunday, slight chance of showers. Patch sets go about 64 degrees and north about 5 to 7 miles tonight. Chest patches 20%. For Sunday night, most coasts come out 40 degrees. For Cleveland State, Sunday, most coasts come out 59 about 39 degrees. Tuesday, Sunday, Park House come out 63 about 44 degrees. And for Wednesday, Putt Eastern, most coasts come out 66 about 49 degrees. And for Thursday, most coasts come out 67 degrees. Currently not near its fair skies, and we have a temperature of 42 degrees with a humidity of 99%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this October 7th, 2016 on a Friday morning. I'm Peter. Have a good morning and a good bye day. Hope you have a good day.